What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a quick review Madam Web. I'm gonna be quick about it. I'm not gonna do a long video, or I'm I'm not gonna really say anything new here that everybody else has already said. It's bad. The acting is not very good. The visual effects are very cheap. The dialogue is terrible. And it's just this movie only exists just to keep the Spider-Man, other Spider-Man characters that's not either well known or just not that popular enough that keep their hands off so just to make movies. And I guess all thanks to the Venom success because that did make money. I so yeah. So some of the quick is this movie. It's a guilty pleasure for me. It's so bad, but it's fucking hilarious. Hilariously bad. Um, the most obvious thing bad about this movie is that the work. I know some movies. I know a lot of movies have an ADR once in a while, like how it has the ADR a line or just something they have to change, and they don't have a chance to like film that scene again, so they got to record the line again. But holy shit, whatever they filmed originally, what he was saying and the villain was saying in the movie, it's mostly ADR. So I wonder if it's even the same actor saying these lines or just someone else saying his lines for him. Sorry, but dear God, it's bad, and but it's really funny actually how bad it is. Just because you just it's so baffling that you just gotta wonder like what the fuck happened, you know? So it starts with Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, Celeste O'Connor, Elizabeth Marst. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And I can't think of the actor's name, but Ezekiel Sims, the villain. Adam Scott's in here. So yeah, I'll put it this way: the movie is a guilty pleasure. It's funny. It's bad. It's funny, but for all the wrong reasons. But if you do hate this movie, like you just hate this, you think it's pure garbage, I don't blame you. You have every right to hate this movie. So yeah, this movie is bad. It's just not. It's not very good. It's not well put together. The editing's bad. There's barely any fighting in this movie. It's just mostly the girls just on the run for the whole movie. So, or most of the movie, I should say, not the whole movie. But I mean, I feel bad for the girls because you can tell they were just trying to work what they have. So, and we've seen these actresses act before. They're good actors. So, but again, the writing's bad. It's not produced it's not well executed. It's not well directed either. I heard the director has actually proven to be a good director, so I don't know what happened here, but the movie's bad. So, I would say do not waste your money on this movie, but I don't know. That's up to you if you want to see it for yourself. But again, this movie's are failing, so we'll see what happens for the future. The Sonyverse. I know we're still getting the Kraven the Hunter, which I have no faith in. The movie looks bad anyway, but again, I'll probably see it just because to see how bad it is. I mean, we saw Morbius, but we'll see what happens. But also, I want to talk about a second movie that also stars Sydney Sweeney. It's also under Sony, which I am baffled because this movie is actually good, and it's an actual funny movie for the right reasons. It's called Anyone But You, and it also stars Glen Powell from remember from Top Gun Maverick, which is one of the best films ever made in my opinion. Love that movie. It's so fucking good. Like, have you ever seen Top Gun Maverick? If you're a fan of the first Top Gun and never seen the new one, stop watching this video. Go see that movie now. Then come back. I guarantee you, you will love that movie. It's great. It has the feel of the original, but better. It's superior than the original, which is, again, a rare occasion where it's better than the original. Alright. So anyone but use a rom-com. From a guy who's not into rom-com in general, I don't really care for romantic films. It's like bottom of the barrel for me. So I don't really care for those. It's rare for me to enjoy those. Like, the ones exceptional is, like, The Notebook. The Time Traveler's Wife. I do like Titanic. It's not my favorite, but I do like Titanic. What else? About Time. Love Actually. Yeah, there's a few that I do like, but you get the idea. Like, it's not really big in my category. Like horror or action and comedy. But I went to see this because it looked like it'd be fun. So I'll put this off from the start. It's not an original movie, but what makes this movie work? It's the chemistry between the actors, between Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell. They really sell this movie. They really feel like they were actually, like they had chemistry. They actually, like, you ever seen movies where, like, it looks like the reason, like, people get along so well in the movie, the characters, like, how they should be, like, they just feel connected. It felt like they actually develop a friendship in real life too, where it feels natural. So you believe how the thing's going, how the play bounce off each other's, and by the end, how they get together. This movie is so funny. I guarantee you will love this movie. It's been blowing up at the box office, so they did a Valentine encore, which is what I saw. I thought it'd be a extended cut, but it turns out it's just, hey, we're doing the our own blooper gag reel at the after the credits. For the people who've been supporting this movie from the start. So yeah. Anyways, so basically Sydney Sweeney's character B and Glen Powell's character I gotta think of his name. You'll see I'll put in the captions on the bottom. So those two, they meet up at a coffee shop. She needs to go to the bathroom, but you have to be a paying customer. She doesn't want to wait in line. It's like, hey, I'll pay for this after. And so Glen Powell sees this and just pretends that, they're a married couple, and so you see the bathroom just to help her, just to be nice. And then, so on a date, and they have a good time, make a chill sandwich, sleep together. They don't fuck, they sleep together. But she runs up, but she's like, I know, I had a great time. Then realized I made a mistake. Like, I should have left my number. Hey, I actually like this guy. And he likes her too, but he was heartbroken that she left. So he just she comes back in, she's about to walk in. She hears him talking, saying, "Oh, like she's a disaster. She's not worth it." Just because just to pretend to his buddy, like, oh, I don't feel into this girl. This girl used me, But that's not really how he feels. And then, of course, they end up meeting again because her sister is getting married to his friend. So it just all connected. And so it's unfortunate for them. They have to be stuck together for this wedding event. And for us, people were like, hey, so some of the family members were like, hey, I got an idea. What if we pretend we lied about, like, hey, he likes you, like he actually does care about you. He just didn't want to admit it, the shit like that, to get them together so they don't fuck up the wedding. Of course, they know about it. They know that they're pretending to get them together, so they pretend they go on the game and say, hey, well, we'll just embrace the thing so we can get through this wedding. And of course, they pretend they're together, they're happy, but then shit happens, and it's really funny. It's also really heartfelt too because, again, the chemistry. Everybody. It's not just them too. Everybody who's in this movie, all working together, feel like human beings. They're not paper thin. They actually feel like people, and they feel and you so you feel genuine for the people. You want this wedding. You really want this wedding to actually work out fine. You really want these two to work together and end up together. But it's also really funny how things play out, and so it's not like typical raw. It is R-rated system, but it's not like R-rated because we're just saying there's a bunch of F bombs. No, it's R-rated because the scenarios they're in. And when they actually do, there's a sex scene, yes, between the two, but it feels genuine. It feels natural. It wasn't just, hey, we're gonna shove it in. That's probably what you would think when you hear about that, but it feels genuine. Another one. If you like Chasing Amy, that's another good romantic comedy to enjoy. That feels genuine, real, and all that. Overall, by the end, you're just. I was out of this theater just like, man, that really made my day. I had more fun with this. I mean, yeah, Madam Web was hilariously bad, but here I actually felt happy. I actually felt like I had a good time. I actually liked these characters. I laughed when it was needed to be funny. Like, all the jokes work. It feels genuine. It felt heartfelt. It was just really good. And I'm, again, from a guy who doesn't like rom-coms or in general, I recommend this movie. So if you haven't seen it, go a chance to go see it in theaters or rent it on digital now or Redbox, whatever, when it finally comes out soon on DVD and Blu-ray. I recommend this movie. This movie is really good. And I wish I would have seen it when it first came out, but I'm glad I still got to see it on the big screen. So at least I'm not ashamed of it. The missing on the big screen. Like some movies I actually unfortunately did not see on the big screen. But that's okay. So overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry this is not what you would have wanted, but again, I was going to do the Madam Web video a while ago, then I just got wrapped in some stuff, and then I did my rant on released the Coyote vs. Acme movie, so yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this. If you see any films, I guarantee you I'm going to say the same thing, but feel free anyways to share your thoughts on Madam Web. Do you hate it? If so, why? I mean, it's obvious why, but if you liked it, I'm very curious why you like it. Why you think it's a good movie. But if you get this guilty pleasure, I mean, if you understand where I'm coming from, I'll show why. But also, if you've seen anyone but you, please share your opinion. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this movie. Everybody said it was good, and they were not wrong. I have not heard one bad thing about this movie, and it's worth it. And I'm glad I got to see it. So if you're into romantic films or you're a fan of these actors, or this is just general just in your category, go see it or just rent it, whatever works in your wheelhouse. It's worth it. So overall, feel free to share if what you liked, and if you didn't like this movie, I'm curious to hear why you didn't like it. Overall, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you soon.